this. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. Today we're going to go ahead and go over my June and July goals for 2025. I didn't do my June goals and it's almost the end of July, so we're going to go ahead and knock out both. Before we get started with that, I do want to show you guys the new goal tracker that I made. I did open up a Ko-fi shop and the link is going to be in my description box and pinned in the comments. So if you are interested in getting this tracker, you can go pick it up there. It is only $1. So really quick overview about how it works. The first few boxes, you're just putting information that's relevant to the goal. So you have a space for you to put the name of the goal, the start date, and the end date. And then you have the amount that you want to save or contribute to the goal. We have a space here that tallies up all the contributions, a space that lets you know how much is remaining based on what your goal amount is and what you've contributed already. And then we have a pie chart here that shows you like visual progress of how far you have come with your goals. So far for Christmas, I have put in $500. So that means we have $700 left. So we're 42% of the way to our goal. Down here in the bottom, we just have January through December and a space for you to write one amount for the month that you contributed toward that particular goal. You can of course change these and make them dates, like if you wanted to do it every week maybe for the month or something like that, you can do something different besides just putting the name of the month there, but that is how I have it set up. So again, if you like this tracker, go ahead and pick it up in my Ko-fi shop. It does come with 8 goals or spaces for goals. Mine has a little more because I had more than 8 goals, but the one in my shop has space for 8 goals. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with them. Since we are going to be talking about June and July, I'm going to go ahead and hide these so we can see this all at a glance. There we go. All right, and we're going to start with our 401k. So as of May, we had contributed $70.89. So that put us at 14% of the way to our goal. So for June, we contributed $47.29. And then in July, we contributed $47.22. So we are now at 33% of the way complete on our goal, which is great. For Brian's 401k for June and July, we have a big fat goose egg. Great news though, I haven't said on like one of my budgeting videos yet. I will probably say it on the August budget with me, but Brian did get a raise. He got his performance review and raise, I think the 3rd week of July, so he got a 3.2% raise. So that was the most they could give him considering he hasn't been with the company for a year yet. So he got the max he could get as someone who's been working for the company like 7 months. So I'm really proud of him. He's been receiving high praise and accolades from not only his boss, but his boss's boss. So we should be contributing to Brian's 401k starting in August. I'm not sure exactly how much he's planning to put in there, at least 1% I would think, and then put the rest into like the household budget so we can work on savings goals and debt payoff goals. So for our ViStar credit card for the month of June, we contributed $112, and then for the month of July we contributed $111. So we have contributed $780 so far, which puts us at 60% of the way towards our goal of $1,300 for the year. Up next is our Avon credit card. We contributed $250 in June. And then in July, we contributed $326.26. This amount's going to be different than you guys are going to see on like my month of July closeout because we only paid $250 out of our actual budget and the rest was cash back that we applied to our card. So the 326.26 is like our payments and cash back. Sorry, I was just silencing my phone. So now we're at 41% of the way complete with this goal. So far we've contributed $1,011.99. We have $1,436.01 remaining to go. Up next is our Navy Federal card. I don't know why that's there. That don't go there. 250. Okay, so for June we contributed $538.21 to our Navy Federal card, and in July we contributed $325. So we are at 56% of the way there with this goal, so we're chugging along. For Christmas in June we contributed $100, and in July we contributed nothing. So we are smack dab in the middle at 50% of the way there for our Christmas goals. For our property taxes, we did contribute to it in both June and July, $120. So we have contributed a total of $840. We have $460 remaining, so that makes us 65% of the way there with our goal. Up next is our emergency fund. We didn't contribute anything to it in June or July, so we're currently at 82% of the way funded with our emergency fund. And scroll over here to these last two goals. Vacation. For vacation in June we saved $125, and in July we didn't save anything, so we are again at 50% of this goal, $750. And then side hustle income, for June we got $54 from selling eggs, and then $11 worth of interest in our high yield savings account. So that's a total of $65. And then in July we got $30 from selling eggs and $10 from our high yield savings account and 6 cents in our checking account for interest. So that's $40.06. So our goal for side hustle income is $2,700, and we are at 71% of the way complete with that goal. So we are, more than halfway through the year. Let's see, the Avon credit card is not at 50% yet. Brian's 401k is not, and my 401k is not. So those are the three that need some extra loving to get where we need them to be for the year. Everything else is at least 50% of the way there. I'm excited for August because it is a magic month, so we'll be contributing heavily to our emergency fund, our Christmas fund, and our vacation fund. So that'll help us make up for the money we didn't put into these funds in July, just because it was a really spendy month otherwise in July. Like, we definitely could have paid more towards our credit card, put more in savings, but we did a lot of spending that was not necessary and wasn't very strict, I would say. So you guys are going to see a recap of our July spending if you haven't already. It's either going to be the video before this one or the video after this one. Brian and I are going to record that within the next couple of days. So be on the lookout for that so you can see how our spending went for the month of July. Let me know down below how your goals are going for the 2025 year. Are you on track? Did you reset for the third quarter after taking a look and seeing where you were to see if you needed to pivot and change things so you could reach your goals or change your goals because they were out of reach for whatever reason? Or were you all over them like white on rice and you made your goals more because you were exceeding them? If that's the case, I love that for you. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and head over to my Ko-fi shop and grab this tracker. I will see you guys in my next video. Carter says bye.